And the usual sunshine in Parnell Park for Castleknock against St. Brigids. Let's have a look at the teams. Well, let's start with St. Brigids. Out is Shane Supple. He's a big loss for them. He gets a lot of moves going. Stephen Moore has big shoes to fill today. You will notice that Paddy Andrews is not in the starting 15. He's out with a back injury. He's replaced by Collie Carr. That puts even more pressure on Philip Ryan, an All-Ireland Under-21 winner in 2012. He will look to get the scores that Brigids need to keep them in the championship today. John O'Loughlin adds considerable bulk and experience in midfield. For Castleknock, Kieran Kilkenny is named at full forward, but he'll roam around the pitch. Ben Galvin will carry the ball and create opportunities. Shane Boland, an unbelievably hard-working midfielder. They've got an experienced spine as well, with Quinn at fullback and Morven Connolly, the former Mayo goalkeeper, between the sticks. And away we go, and it's John O'Loughlin who won a Division 4 title with Laois, making the first play for St. Brigids in the red against Castleknock in the blue and gold, the Tipperary colours, if you will. Mark Donnelly on the attack. St. Brigids taking it to them. And the referee calling over Jerry Troy. Colm Neville wouldn't let him go. He still got his shot away. Brigids playing into the Donny Carney end in the first half and getting the opening score. Shaw shaking off his man. This is what Castleknock do really well. They go up the park in numbers. And that's a foul by Malachy Tighe, and it's a free into Castleknock, which is taken quickly by Ben Galvin. Kieran Kilkenny puts it over. That's a good takeout in front by Thomas McDaniels. Here comes Shane Boland. Boland inside to McDaniels. Could be a goal on here. McDaniels! Oh, what a save by the goalkeeper. Chance not gone yet though for Castleknock. And another fine block. And Brigids live dangerously but get away with it. Well done, Stephen Moore. What a save that was.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it Stephen Moore only came into the team, you know, as a late substitute for Shane Supple. So, but he's looked to be very sharp so far.
Cathal Doyle playing it to the back post. That's a really good catch. And now they're in. It's Sean Egan. Is it a goal? No, it's not. It's a fantastic save. It was actually a fantastic block.
I think it was Thomas Shields, the centre back, just came in at the very late stage.
Ben Galvin. Galvin assessing the options. One of them is McDaniels, who gets out in front. McDaniels from a very tight angle. Does a bit of shimmying, trying to get around Sean Murray. He does get around Sean Murray, puts it inside here, and it's a goal for Castleknock. What a finish that was! And who else but Kieran Kilkenny gets the goal for Castleknock?
Yeah, good finish from Kieran Kilkenny there. Well worked down in the right corner along the end line, and put it across to Kieran for his left foot finish.
Castleknock on it again. Rob Shaw. Shaw fancies it. And why not? Because that's an excellent strike.
Yeah, good score there from Rob Shaw. I think at one point he maybe looked to offload the pass.
Castleknock, the young club with some excellent young players. And here's one of them again. It's Kieran Kilkenny. Another fine save. Well, very sloppy defending there by Brigids. They were almost punished. But once again, Stephen Moore, their goalkeeper, has spared their blushes. Jamie Tunney being spoken to by the referee. Has worked hard to get back and will be disappointed that his adventure today has ended after just 20 minutes, but it was pretty clear, as we could see from the replay there. Gibson plays it over the top and two chase, including Graham Hannigan. Hannigan gets it. There's another goal opportunity here. It's Galvin. Has a shot. Good block by Gavin Kane. Trying to rescue it now is Graham Hannigan. Graham Hannigan puts it across to Ben Galvin. Ben Galvin with the left from a tight angle, but Ben Galvin gets a fantastic score.
Yeah, well worked score there by Castleknock. Gav Kane did brilliantly to get the block on that initially, and you would have hoped that maybe one of the Brigids defenders could have picked that up from their perspective. But
Brigids recycling. Gavin Kane spots a gap and goes through it. Gives it off to John O'Loughlin. They need a score. Have they got it? Yes, they have.
Yeah, good score for the Brigids, particularly after Philly Ryan's half-goal chance there getting blocked. It's always important that when the ball gets recycled that they try and get some score out of it, and John did very well at that point.
Boland has got McDaniels with him, goes to McDaniels. McDaniels has a route to goal here, steadies himself, shoots, and that is a beautiful strike.
Yeah, nice score there from Thomas McDaniels outside of the boot.
Shane Boland again, who's up and down all day. Greg Gibson. Kieran Kilkenny again trying to get around Patrick Maguire. Kilkenny brings it into a kinder angle, thought about getting a shot away, in the end didn't, gave it up instead to Rob Shaw, who looks for his second point and gets it. Moving on, Graham Hannigan. Hannigan gets inside Sean Murray. McDaniels with him. McDaniels, that would be a really good score if it goes over, and it does. His second, and it is a peach. Kevin Kinlan moves it inside to McDaniels. McDaniels, who's been excellent so far, gave it to Gibson, who moved it out to Galvin, and Galvin splits the post. Good score by Mikey Galvin. Big St. Brigids or Castleknock fan. They're both kind of in his constituency, aren't they, on Taoiseach Leo Varadkar. Checking the score of the Premier League, no doubt. Galvin down to McDaniels, who takes it out in front of Alan McCarrick. McDaniels, he is jet heeled, isn't he? Look at that for pace. Kilkenny's in the square. Kilkenny gathers and is happy enough to take his point. Good finish, because he was kind of off balance when he struck it. Mullins comes off the back of Tig. Him and Mullins getting confused in their messaging there. Here's Mullins. John O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin driving on. O'Loughlin inside. Potential goal opportunity, Ryan. And it's a penalty and a lifeline.
Yeah, similar to the Ballymun Championship game a couple of weeks ago when they got a penalty just before half-time, and Philly Ryan dispatched it, and I presume Philly will be taking the penalty here again. He did well to win it.
Ryan has to score if Brigids are to have any chance. Great save by Morven Connolly. But it wasn't a particularly great strike.
Yeah, it was a good save. Philly actually put it to the opposite corner.
O'Brien down the line to his teammate, who collects it well. Skipping ball to Boland. Boland picks out Rob Shaw. Rob Shaw looking to pick out a score, and he does. His third of the game.
Yeah, that's his third good point from play.
Kieran Kilkenny came deep. Kevin Kinlan, plenty of green for him to run into. He's got Colin Neville running on the outside. Instead, he gave it to Tunney. Across it goes to Colin Neville. Neville, loads of options inside. Could be a goal on. They take the point instead through James Sherry, who's just off the bench.
Yeah, and I think Castleknock will go well in the championship this year. I mean, they got to the final a couple of years ago. They have taken a couple of really good big scalps already, even though they haven't been playing senior club championship for too long. You know, they're into the quarter-finals now, which will be late September. But
John Kinlan with the strike. John Kinlan with the good score.
You know, they have Ballymun to play in the last round of the group stages in September, which will just be maybe a warm-up game for both teams, really, heading into the quarter-finals.
Davey gives it out to Philly Ryan. Now it's Davey again. Oh, big hit on Conor Brennan, but a fair shoulder, says the ref. Here's Ryan. Mark Cahill. Across the pitch it goes. Trying to get the possession is Lorcan McCarthy. There was an incident off the ball. The referee has stopped play. Boland not too happy. The referee, Dave Feeney, today, when he's been allowed to, he's let it flow. And it's a straight red card. And a bad finish becomes even worse for Philip Ryan. And this is the incident. Ryan, number 12. Here's Boland. Boland rides the tackle, looks for options, finds one, and they're in again, and it's James Sherry who took the wrong option. Sherry, though, offloads it off to John Kinlan. Kinlan takes his point. So we'll come down to pretty much a straight shootout between Castleknock and Ballymun-Kickens as to who will actually top the group. Castleknock win 116 to 17 points, so their passage to the knockout stage is guaranteed for St. Brigids. They're looking down the barrel of a possible relegation battle. Of course, it all depends on how they go in the final game of the group, which will take place after the Dublin All-Ireland campaign ends. What a day, though, for Kieran Kilkenny. It is early in the year, but already Castleknock looking like viable contenders for this title. Let's see what their manager has to say. He's with Shane Stapleton.
Yeah, I'm here with Colm Nally. We've got a casualty of war behind us here, Thomas McDaniels, but you must be very pleased with that performance.
Yeah, well, my first thoughts are with Tommy. He was very brave to go for that ball. It was a kind of 60-40 ball, and it wasn't in his favour, so he showed great tenacity and great bravery, and hopefully now he's all right. But we have a good medical team around him. Yeah, no, delighted with the performance. A few aspects of it that we can improve on, but that's where he wants. So we're looking forward to now a good summer of football where we can make improvements.
Thanks very much, Colm. Well done.
Cheers, thanks.
So Castleknock have, well, stamped all over their neighbours St. Brigids with a really convincing display here in Parnell Park. They've won on a scoreline of 116 to 7 points.